Scientists say that if you run like 5 or 6 miles, your brain releases opiates. They're like a painkiller. And you feel like you could run forever. My wife is a long-distance runner. She goes out in Central Park every day to run. She goes out in the dead of winter. It could be 10 degrees. And I look at her like, if you get lost, I'm not coming to get you. Are you kidding me? She doesn't care. She goes out with a head cold. Why? Because running gives her a natural high and it makes her feel better. I'm Matt Bellace. I'm a motivational speaker and stand-up comedian. I speak at schools all across the country, middle schools, high schools, colleges, about natural highs and making healthy choices. I got started in prevention in high school. I have a brother who I love and who made some poor choices when he was in high school. He was older than me. And so I saw what he was doing, and I chose early on to be alcohol and drug free. And that kind of continued into college, where I got to a school like many colleges where the party scene was intense, and I decided to go in a different direction. I started a prevention group that put on activities late at night on the weekends. These are really natural high type events. We would do things like bowling, have comedy nights. And so that group became so successful that the university gave us a house to live in. And we got national media attention as a result of being a group that we're probably one of the first groups in the country to have this mission of we're not going to drink, we're not going to do drugs. And it's not because we're in recovery, but because we're choosing not to. And that was a big story. So that propelled me into speaking. Comedy was always something I was impressed with when I'd watch it. I loved Bill Cosby and still do, Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock. And that really changed my trajectory of my career. I was in school getting a PhD in clinical psychology with a focus on neuropsychology, which is about the brain and behavior. And it's my natural high to get up in front of students and deliver this message.
People who do smoke pot are funny because they're like dumb on most subjects except when it comes to their pot. Then they're like PhD level. I was reading the research, man. It says pot doesn't affect your memory. Oh yeah, what journal's that from? I can't remember.
Yeah, so marijuana is an interesting study because you have the media and pop culture promoting it, and the message to young people is it's safe, it's not going to kill anyone, so why not? So when I do a presentation, I try to present them the science, because there's been a lot of science in the last 5 to 10 years showing the effects of marijuana, particularly on the developing brain. It's real, and it's particularly real for people whose brains aren't fully developed, those under the age of 25. So in your brain, there is a brain structure called the hippocampus. And without that, you can't learn any new information. It sits somewhere deep inside this brain tissue, right around here. If you smoke pot regularly, you will interfere with the hippocampi's ability to form new memories. It's not going to wipe out your ability to form new memories, but it will definitely reduce the capacity. If I hadn't discovered natural highs, if I had gotten involved in alcohol and drugs, I think I would have limited my life experiences. And it breaks my heart when I think about people who are more talented than me in many different areas, who could have certainly excelled far beyond what I've done, but who were stopped. When I've interviewed addicts about the best they've ever felt in their life, their answers aren't, oh, the first time I tried heroin, or using this drug for the first time. Their answers are about something real they did in the world, an accomplishment, a girl they fell in love with. The brain knows the difference between the chemical high and the natural high. Some of the biggest lessons that I've learned in life are to work incredibly hard at things that you value. When you find something you enjoy in life, something you believe in, you got to pour yourself into it, 110%. I'm Matt Bellace, and one of my natural highs is stand-up comedy.